Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dylan, and welcome back to my doll room. Today I'm doing a review for the Disney Ultimate Princess Collection designer doll Cinderella, as she is the second in the set. So I'm going to be taking a look at her beautiful box, the doll, the artwork, and the pin that went along with the doll. Stay tuned. So I have already explained this entire collection in a brief way in the beginning of my Snow White review. So if you haven't seen that video, please check that out now. I will have a link for that in the description of this video. But Cinderella has a beautiful blue undertone, and there are pumpkins. Of course, there's some shading around the box for added dramatics and designer effect. But these pretty pumpkins have leaves on them and they look like they're in the garden. And it reminds you of when the fairy godmother turns the pumpkin into a beautiful pumpkin coach for Cinderella. You'll see here in the motif, the diamonds, we have a pumpkin coach. So it carries that theme through. We have that in both corners. It says Disney Designer Collection, and down here at the bottom, it says Cinderella, one of 9,800, so they made 200 less of this doll than Snow White. Not sure why, but personally, I think Cinderella is a superior doll in this entire set of all 15 of them. It says 6+ there, and on top there is a window to look through to the doll that says Disney Designer Collection. This is the back of Cinderella's box. The blue collar continues, as well as this gorgeous dramatic shading, as well as those diamonds with pumpkin motifs within them. On the side of the box here it says Cinderella, and there's a little diamond emblem above her name, which is used in the Ultimate Princess celebration. Cinderella was designed by Daria. She's a very cool artist. She has a lot of cool images on her Instagram and a lot of interesting things you can buy, and she designs things across the Walt Disney Company and merchandising. And she seems to be a very wonderful lady, and if she's watching this, I hope that she hears me say that her doll is beautiful, and this Cinderella is probably, if not, my favorite doll in this entire set of 15. So bravo, Daria. Here it says Ultimate Princess Celebration. It says her name. And here is a commentary about her career and how she was inspired to make a beautiful doll of Cinderella based on her transformation whenever she goes to the ball. So if you'd like to read that, just pause right here and it will tell you about her inspiration. Down at the bottom, there is product information and a price tag, but it doesn't have the price, but this cost $129 on ShopDisney.com. Now I have the doors open and we can see Cinderella displayed beautifully in an elegant display window that also has diamond motifs surrounding the whole box, as do all of these. And Cinderella on her plastic has small little sparkles that must represent her transformation. So this doll is inspired by whenever, of course, Cinderella goes from her torn-up dress to her beautiful ball gown. First, there's some little goodies here that I think we need to take a look at. On this side, there's a card that has Daria, and it has artwork from the doll, from her inspirations from the doll, and I will include that here in the video, that way you guys can see it. And on this side, there is the certificate of authenticity, and that is how you know what number you have. I don't like to mess with those because they are very fragile, so I'm just going to leave mine in there because, the number doesn't quite matter to me as much as the beautiful doll. So we will just start from top to bottom, as there is a lot of gorgeous details here on this Cinderella doll that remind me of her film. But first and foremost, this is a beautiful icy blue collar, and it is so gorgeous, and everything is this shade. So there's really no color variations here, and that's perfect. Cinderella has a gorgeous face. She has red lips, golden eyeshadow, bright blue eyes, and her hair is in a bun. But this is not Cinderella's usual bun. This is more of like a style bun, not as high as she normally has it. There's chains in the back of her hair, and actually on the chains there's little bluebirds that were in her film that assisted in making her dress. Her earrings look like crystal or maybe glass, and I think that they're supposed to maybe represent glass slippers or maybe the bubbles whenever she cleans and she sings. So it could be either. She has beautiful blue everywhere, and it's like I said, like an icy blue. It looks very cool. So the top of the gown has beautiful stitching, and it's kind of like textured, and it just makes it look really, really high end. It's very hard to describe, but it travels from her corset all the way to her shoes. Her arms and her neck and her chest are all covered with a sheer fabric. She has her hands on her hip and one hand out holding a bag. This bag is inspired by the clock tower on the Princess Castle, and of course the arms are on midnight because she can't stay out past midnight. Here around her waist, it is also chained there with two birds, and these are also the same bluebirds that are in her hair, but these are the bluebirds from her movie, her film that helped her make her dress. Around her waist, there continues this gorgeous fabric, and this is actually able to be removed. So if you were to remove this, then she would have like a jumpsuit on. So down through that, there is more stitching, and it's all this same stitching that like shimmers. There's her stand, and as you can see, there just continues more and more of that gorgeous, beautiful blue stitching all the way down. And she, of course, has on glass slippers, as Cinderella is supposed to wear to the ball. So something else that's really fun about this doll is that this is Cinderella's silhouette. Yes, she has a jumpsuit on with a beautiful, beautiful skirt. But if you just take the silhouette of her, like up, down, and around, like that, that literally is Cinderella's silhouette from the original film. So I'm not sure, Daria, if that's what you were aiming for, but it happened like that, so it's just pure Disney magic. I believe that's all of the gorgeous details here. On the back of this skirt, however, if you were to take this out of the box, there is a C that is stitched on the back for Cinderella, and I will include a picture of that here because I can't debox mine. So before we move on, I wanted to show you those beautiful birds in the back of her hair because I think I can get a good view of those while she's in the box. As you can see there on her bun, there are two of those birds in her hair, and they're holding chains around her bun, and so it's very stunning. But I needed to show you this detail because it's just so cool. Now it's time to look at this gorgeous pin of Cinderella. So I believe the pins are loosely based off of the artwork, or maybe they are the artwork and then the doll is based off of the pin. We're not really sure, so we're just kind of taking it as a mix of many possibilities. So Cinderella's pin is like a white collar, and of course she has this beautiful icy blue dress on, and literally it has basically all of the details that we went over. And here is a better look at the beautiful vine and flowery embroidery that goes up and down her gown. So kind of if you compare the two, we can see a better image of that embroidery here and then the actual finished product. But it says limited release, Ultimate Princess Celebration, and it says Cinderella, and it has this beautiful coach little emblem there and the gorgeous artwork. And these came out for each doll, so I will be showing all of these with these reviews. But this is the whole set. Alright guys, thank you for watching this doll review. I hope you enjoyed looking at this beautiful Cinderella doll from the Disney Designer Collection. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. That way I can keep growing and making more doll reviews and connecting with more of you. Hope everyone has a magical day, and see you next time. Bye.